Okay. Okay. Next, fourth unit. It talks about family business. I think everybody knows about family business, correct? We find a lot
Yes,
of
yes.
family business around. Okay, we find a lot of family business around. Okay, and we know that there are a lot of entrepreneurs who come out of the family business. Who have started, as a family, or one of the members of the family has started the business quite some time back. Some have two, three, your ancestors, your grandfathers, great grandfathers must have started certain business. Still, those certain companies are running, and some companies have grown to become the largest companies in the world. You know? So similarly, one or more members, family members who are running the business, you know, have significant interest or ownership interest in the business is considered as a family. So here, you could look at like family business is a business in which one or more members of one or more families have a significant ownership interest and significant commitment towards the business overall well-being. It says that family, either one family, its members, one or more members, or together there is some are very big family like your cousins, that, the bigger families. There also becomes a part of your, one or two families or more than, linked to each other. Their family members are running the show. They are running the business. So that's the reason we call it as a family business, where they have a significant, because the main majority ownership is held by them, and they have highest voting rights. More than 20% usually we call it more than 20% who has. We feel that he has a, good voting right. So some might be having a different stake. Some might be having 40% stake, 50% stake. 20 or 24%. They have a means they have a significant interest, ownership interest, and they have the commitment, okay, towards the business, that they want to see that our business operates well, it grows over the years, you know next level. Always they would like to, they have a commitment, also they have some responsibility, and many family business have their legacy, so which they carry forward. Okay, so you consider Tata Group, anything, you could see that they have certain legacy, they would like to continue that, they don't want to discontinue that. Okay, so you might be aware about a lot of family business. So not only we are considering here only India, so you can consider throughout the globe. It's a whole globe. If we consider globally, if we consider a lot of thousands of family-owned businesses are there. So in some countries, many of the largest publicly listed firms are family-owned. There are a lot of companies which has been now public limited company listed, but majority stake still owned by the family members only. Okay, so a firm is said to be family owned if a person is the controlling shareholder. Because I said the person is the more control over the business. That person, rather than the state, corporation, other companies who own more than that, he owns the share. Okay, can garner enough share to assure that at least 20% of the voting rights will be with the owner, like who has started the family member. Okay, so he has a more percentage of stake in the company, and that's the reason he has more voting rights. Okay, so that's the reason he would like always, would like to see that he manages and controls the whole operations of the business. Okay, I don't say that other people, except one or two or few family members, the rest all will be outside employees only, will be there, will be running, and other stakeholders also will be there. But the major part will be held by the family members because they want to have a hold on the company. Okay, so few of the family members you could see family large businesses which is owned by family are like Walmart, Samsung Group Korea, and Tata Group India, and Foxconn Taiwan. So these are the few examples which is owned by the family and family run businesses. Okay. So even if you consider your Reliance Group also, his father started, Mukesh Ambani's father started. Now Anil and Mukesh is managing, and now Mukesh's children are coming. We are going to discuss all those because succession planning. Okay, now their children are going to take, as they, it's after some year probably Mukesh's grandchildren might take over. As that's how in the family, they have a significant voting rights, power, or stake which they manage. So here, this is just an article. which I would like to just show you. Not a latest article, 4 years old article. It says that India has third highest number of family firms in the world. India has the third largest, number of how many number of family business are there. In this, only the main largest companies have been taken. You might find there are a lot of local family run businesses you find that are not all, it's not considered here. Only largest companies have been taken here. So don't think that only India has only 111 family owned business. No, no, no. There might be many, many thousands of, but here only the larger part only has been taken. So it says that US, China top list, India is a home for 111 family owned business. It says that US stands first in the family business, number of family business owned in US, then China, then third position is goes to the India. Okay. So they are mentioning that how Indian companies are performing. So it said that next paragraph you could see that Indian companies owned by families generated average annual return of 14, almost 13.9 means 14% since 2006, more than double the 6% reported by other companies. So that says that non-family companies, non-family owned companies and family owned companies, there are like the growth, the return, annual average return in the family owned business is around 14%. And non-family owned business in India is just 6%. You can see that more than, it's double the percentage growth, return. Okay, the companies are giving those which are owned by the family business. So that shows that they are absolutely they're doing good. Okay, their business model is good and they have been doing good. So that itself says that how they are successful. Okay, it says that Indian firms have firms on average generated a highest absolute cash flow return on investment. Okay, across our non-Japan Asia group. However, they generated the second lowest absolute share price return. Okay, an average since 2006. So it says that India firms have generated highest cash flow in the our Asian region. Okay, considering except non-Japan Asian region, and but they are the second lowest in terms of giving the return in terms of share returns. Share price return is the growth. Okay, over there they are not top, but they are the second lowest. Okay. The one country where the relationship between the relative profitability and return does not appear to hold is China. Okay, so where you could see that relationship between the relative profitability and returns does not appear to hold not much does not hold good, not great in China. So and you look at the next one, look at the best performing family owned companies, as indicates that more than 15 of the top 30 are from India. Okay, so out of 30 in Asia, 15 companies are from India only, which are performing extremely well in terms of business, the kind of growth, the kind of return it is giving. So that shows that how the companies are doing in India. This talks about, you can read, I can share it later. Okay, you could see all in the family. China 159, USA 121, India 111, Hong Kong, France, South Korea. You could see the different larger companies. India holds position of third one. Okay, with 111 largest company which are owned by family. Okay, so that is a potential. You look at the things. So many, even the Shapoorji Pallonji. So many companies are there in India which is owned by the family. Birla, many companies are there. So you can understand the size of those companies. They are very conglomerate companies. They have a business interest in many areas, many sectors. Okay, so under single brand, under single family, there are multiple businesses which is owned by those families. Okay, okay, we'll go back to here. Okay, let's look at the what is the definition of family business. How we can define the family business. So you look at like few definitions I mentioned. A family business is a business in which one or more members of one or more families have a significant ownership interest and significant commitments towards the business overall well-being. It says that a family business is considered something which has families one or more members or one or more members of the one or more families have a significant ownership. They own the largest stake. They have a more power. They have own the more ownership compared to other. There might be other, as I said in the previous discussion. Previous slide. It says that there are many number of people who might be owning the stake, but the largest part will be with the family owners. Family guys who are owning the business, and they have a commitment of overall well-being managing the company. So next, also say that a business, sorry, a business actively owned and or managed by more than one member of the same family, or a corporation that is entirely owned by the members of the single family. So one more says that it's a business which is actively owned by one or more, managed by one or more members of the same family. Okay, in a single, that's a single family. In that only there are 3 4 people who are managing. Okay, so that is possible. Okay, or a corporation is something in a, a company which is entirely owned by the members of the family only, single family only, where all the stake shareholders are the family members only. So that possibility is also there. Okay, majority of ownership by a single family and direct involvement by at least 2 members in its operation. Ultimately, what it says is this family business is something which is the mainly the big stake or a major stake is held by, okay, the family members. 1 or 2 members of the family owns the major stake, and they are the members. They are managing. They will be part of the business. And there is also something which there might be a person who has a stake in the business, but he'll not be managing things. He'll be out. But he doesn't want to be in the day-to-day business, but he has his stake in the business. But he will not be involving any of the operations. But other family members will be managing. He is just an as a owner. He will be there, but he will not be part of the any decision making. All those things will be there, because some people feel that I am not great. I don't want to be into this decision making, but I would like to have my stake in the organization or the company. That is also possible. Okay. See why family business. What is the importance of family business? How unique they are. How different they are. Okay. Why family business are much needed? If you look at locally in Mangalore or anything, there are a lot of local businesses which have been running from past 100 years. Okay, so their great grandfather started. Now the latest young generation is taking care of that business. They're running the show. So we find a lot of those kind of companies. Still, the business is owned by the family only. They are not sold to anybody. They have not given to anybody to manage. It's run by them only. Okay, we have seen that they have been successful, and also we have seen certain companies, certain business units which have been incorporated by grandfather or great grandfathers. It is, but the youngsters or the present generation, they were unable to carry forward that business, and they failed in that business, and they must have closed down. Those examples also we come across. It's not possible. I don't say that this is not possible. A company can grow over the years. Even company can fail. Because of the poor management or the situations will make them, to suffer. So when you look at the importance of family business, why they are so important? So they're contributing to the economic development. Okay. So as we have been discussing, entrepreneurs. Why entrepreneurs are required to every country? Why government takes so much of initiative and the support? They support to the entrepreneurs, because through them only a country can grow. Okay, they see that the local area where they set up their business, that grows. A balanced growth will happen. They provide a lot of employment opportunities. Okay, and they provide contribute to the better standard of living. They contribute to the economy through the taxes. Okay, they fulfill the needs. Many entrepreneurs work on a socially relevant businesses which support the society. Okay, so these are things. It helps in rural development. Okay, so you can imagine, these are a lot of contribution, biggest contribution which is done by the entrepreneurs. That's the reason. What is the contribution? See, contribution to the economic development. So here you could see that retail sector, small scale industry, service sector, and many more different kinds which are owned by the many of the family business only, and they have been successful in that. So that's the reason they help in economic development. Okay, many family business are help economic development. Next is a spirit of entrepreneurship. Okay, so not only they help in economic development, they have some kind of motivation or spirit. Okay, so and that makes them successful. Okay, because there is some values or certain legacy they carry forward. When you look at any of the successful company like Birla, they have their own way of running the show, doing the business. They have their own culture. They believe in certain values, and they see that that is carried forward. That is taken up by the person who joins them, the successor. Very important. Example, a father who gets retired, then his son takes over. But whatever the good things his father was doing and methods he used to follow, the rules he has implemented or is following, that need to be carried forward by the son. That is required. Somewhere that spirit will be there. Okay, in the family business because it has a history. Okay, every family business has a history. Every family business has its own plus and negatives. So it makes the people who join them, the people, the successor who are going to take up, will be aware about it and should learn about it. Okay. So and also a family business as they grow, they would like to not to concentrate only on one kind of business, and they would like to obviously look at the diversification angle. They would like to diversify their business. Okay, they would like to expand their business. They would like to reach out to the new places. Okay, reach out to new consumers. Okay. So they are the people, don't think that family business are they might run in only one business. Okay, they have been doing an example, a family business which is into a textile merchant, textile manufacturing. Doesn't mean that the business will only do a textile manufacturing for 100 years. They will settle down only in over there. No, 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 nothing like that. You find there are a lot of they are into everything. You look at the Godrej, it's also mainly owned by the family, Godrej family. Godrej, Adi Godrej, and the daughters are taking care now. They are into FMCG. They are into you know FMCG. They are into real estate. They are into many more various fertilizers. Many more companies they are into. They do not concentrate only on one electronic goods. Not only one segment. They are into everything. That's how over the years they have grown and they've expanded their business, and they have been extremely successful. Okay. Then philanthropy. We know that how family business contribute and to the society. So they give back. They give back to the society. As the company family business, they have some, example recent. You could know the Tata Group, where Ratan Tata has contributed 1,000+ crore rupees for PM's Care Funds. Mainly in this difficult situation. So imagine, 1,000+ crores he has allocated to the fight against Corona. And similarly, many companies came forward to contribute. Reliance, uh, Birla, and many, companies came forward and contributed. So how, they give the do, and not only that, I would say they also do so many philanthropy activities like they will see that rural education is given, rural sanitary development, rural infrastructure, free meals, uh, taking care of orphanages, and many more good jobs, services they do it for the poor and the needy people in around India or abroad. So that's how, why that's a like it's a philanthropy job. It's a they're giving back to the society. Okay, so these are see Tata believes in give back. Tata has a culture of uh, you make good money, you expand your business, you see that your business grows, but apart accordingly as you grow, give back to the society. That values they always inculcate, and that's the reason they've been admired in India. Okay, please remember these are the things because this is also one more thing which is needed to the every country. So philanthropy job is done by. So that's the reason we require family business is very important. Okay. So we have left with just a minute now, 1 minute. So if you have any discussions, please you can discuss. You can unmute yourself and discuss anything. You can ask me anything. Okay, I'll continue this slide in the next class. Okay. Anyone? Anything? Is there any issues you are facing? I hope you are able to. Huh? You can be clear. You can talk to me.
Nothing, sir.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Only class representative has been assigned to say answer.